I came to win.
She'll be desperate to get amongst these medals. Can she just find those next few metres that she so much needs at this moment?
To prosper, to rise.
She can! She saved her best to last. Well, I can hear cheers coming out around the arena. 66-56. She takes the lead.
My goal all year has definitely been to be on the podium, and I was not afraid to say that right from the start, but absolutely so happy that I was able to put a gold medal performance together.
Yep. There have been only 8 Australians in athletics to become world champion. Make that 9. Kelsey-Lee Barber, congratulations and welcome.
Thank you so much. Very happy to be here.
And you've brought gifts.
I did. A very special gift.
Tony loves a medal.
I do love a medal.
It's still really nice to be able to do this.
I saw the list of other 8 people, but the likes of, you know, Kathy Freeman, Rob Di Castello, the list is amazing. Must feel fabulous to join that.
Absolutely. I still sort of have to pinch myself a little bit when I think about what I've actually achieved. And there's moments in training that I sort of feel like I'm pulled back to earth a little bit and it was a lifetime ago. And then I get to rewatch the video and I'm kind of beaming again and so excited to be able to relive that moment.
Speaking of that moment, in Canberra, your mum and dad, Keith and Bev, watching on television. Now, I read in the Canberra Times that Keith said that Bev, she struggles watching. She usually has to go to the other room. She gets nervous and hyperventilates.
Oh, Mum, she's got such a bad rap on that.
Does she have a couple of Bevs as well?
Just a few sneaky. No. That's terrible. I shouldn't say that. No, but I think I do make her very nervous, and I've given her a few moments this season where I've had to sort of pull it out last round or third round to sort of put myself in the top 8. And I know that she has said a couple of times that I make her a little bit unsettled by doing that.
Well, that's your parents. What about your husband, Mike? Because he was there in the stands, because he's your coach. And while nearly all the cameras were on you in that moment, we found a camera that was actually on your husband. Can you tell us what this means to you when you're watching this?
Oh, this is so good.
Look at him.
This is what it's all about.
Awesome.
Talk us through what that makes you feel like.
This is amazing. So we spoke through this, and Mike said that he saw me throw it, and then he sort of knew where to look. He turned around to look at the big screen to see where it had landed. And so his first response is, because he's seen it land, and then he was like, well, this is really good, this is good. What's the distance going to be? What's the distance going to be? And when it first came up, his initial like, yes, this is so good. So he was kind of like, I had a fraction of a moment quicker like response to the number coming up and realising what that actually meant.
How do you go with that working relationship? Because I think most people would think working with their partners would be almost impossible.
Oh, look, I feel really lucky that we have a fantastic athlete-coach relationship, and that was really the foundation of why our marriage works so well as well. I'm really lucky that I get to share the life with him, and then obviously get to share the celebrations with him as much as anything.
Is there any times they overlap? You're in the middle of your run-up and you think, oh, did he feed the dogs today? or just, you know, just...
No, we're very strict rules. It's all business when it's business, and then we try not to take that home with us.
Talk us through the perfect javelin throw. We've had rugby league players on the show who say the perfect tackle, you barely feel it, it's so sweet, like a golf swing. How does the perfect javelin throw feel out of your hand?
Yes, I've only had this experience a couple of times on some really far throws, but it's effortless. It really is. It's a seamless run-up. You have such a clear mind that you just let it happen and you just let it throw. I think the best sensation I have is it sort of snaps off my fingers and I just get to see it fly.
Yeah.
And often when I hit it really well, you almost lose the javelin in the moment, like in the sky, and you kind of follow it a little bit.
I understand leading up to it, you played your husband Mario Kart a lot. He said you were a complete weapon.
I'm very competitive in most aspects of my life, so he wants to have a crack at Mario Kart, I'm going to give it back.
Can we talk about javelin? Because my son, under 11s, Balmain Little Athletics on the weekend, the first time he ever tried javelin, didn't have a run-up, had a proper javelin, Kelsey-Lee. But there is a moment where you look over and every parent's going, oh my gosh, where is this going to go? In-field events, I mean, it's not one that a lot of juniors sort of focus on. When did you start?
I was definitely a lot later, specialising in javelin, but even introduction into athletics. So it came through school sports, sort of more high school, and I started as a discus thrower. And then it was only when I moved to Canberra, I sought out a coach and dabbled in the other throws events. But it wasn't really until 2008 at Pacific School Games, with not much training behind me, I threw the javelin, I won the event, and so clearly knew that that's what I wanted to pursue to an Olympic level.
Any accidents that you've seen, Kelsey? In your, I mean, this is what everyone wants to know. Javelin can be dangerous. Have you seen anything in your time?
I have seen a few things and I've experienced a few things, but one of the worst I've probably seen firsthand was an official wasn't paying attention. She was too busy watching the track events and a javelin hit her in the hand. So she was okay. She was probably more shocked than anything, a bit stunned. But yeah, that's probably the worst I've seen.
So you've done a brilliant job there, and as you said, you've come through under pressure. You got in there 10th of 12, and then you did that amazing on your 6th and final show, go from 4th to win that. Now, of course, is there pressure that comes on you, or expectation, or just joy that leading into the Olympics in Japan, you're the one they're going after?
Yeah, it's probably a combination of all those things, but you know what? I don't mind that there may be a bit of expectation or a bit of pressure. I think what I've shown this season is that I actually thrive on a bit of competition. You raise the bar, I want to raise it with you. You're going to push me, I'm going to push you back. So I'm actually really excited to not only compete at the Olympics next year, maybe it's going in one of the favourites, but the whole competition season, really. I want the girls to keep pushing me because I want to keep pushing my distances further, and they help me to do that. And at the end of the day, it's a competition. So we don't want the throw to be won in the first round. We want to make it interesting and make it exciting. And so to be able to do that and to win the way I want it, I hope it showcased the sport a little bit.
So you're South African born, you moved here with your parents when you were 9, now you moved to country Victoria and then eventually to Canberra. Is it true that just as you arrived, the Sydney Olympics were on and they had a huge impact on you? What does it mean to go? You were an Olympian in Rio and had a bit of a disastrous couple of weeks there because of injury and various reasons. I think you finished 28th. But what sort of impact did the Sydney Olympics have on you?
I think it was really just my first exposure to what an Olympics is. And I just sort of remember thinking to myself, like, this is great. Like, there's so many different sports being showcased here. And wow, you can actually be an athlete. Like, that's a career or a livelihood that you can choose to do. So that was... I just sort of fell in love with it.
And you saw Kathy Freeman there, and you've now joined her on that list of athletic world champions. Congratulations and all the best for Japan. Lovely to drop in.
Thank you.
Appreciate talking.